Hello everyone, welcome to the second Let's Play video of Kerkerkruip. I hope you enjoyed the first one. If not, it doesn't matter if you start watching the second one, of course. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play a game at Adept difficulty, which is where we left off last time, and we'll see how it goes. As always, I might die. So let's turn on the information panels, because that's the way the game is meant to be played. Here we are in the entrance hall. There's apparently nothing to do here, but there are 4 exits. So let's explore the dungeon. Alright, here we have the pale men in dark robes. That's the Reaper. The Reaper is a level 2 creature. There are a lot of scrolls here, but the Reaper is pretty dangerous. Too dangerous for me right now. I prefer to kill a level 1 creature first, of course. So let's get out of here. Let's go somewhere else. Ooh, 2 fragmentation grenades. That's good. Fragmentation grenades are good. I'm going to turn the wheel here in the Hall of Vapors. As you can see, there is a big wheel attached to the pipes, and the pipes spew forth smoke. Smoke can be very useful in certain situations. It may also turn into a smoke demon, and currently I'm pretty weak to take on a smoke demon, so I'm going to turn the wheel, which okay, that's unfortunate, which will make the smoke become less thick, but unfortunately the smoke has already coalesced into a smoke demon, so I think I'll try to retreat. Yes, because the smoke demon just formed, it didn't have time to actually engage me in combat and attack me. So now that I've got these 2 fragmentation grenades, I must say that it is extremely tempting to throw one, maybe even both of them, towards the Reaper, soften him up, and then try to kill him and start the game by killing off a level 2 creature. So, you know, why not? The fact that grenades are new, I mean that throwing grenades into different rooms is new, ensures that even I don't know whether this is a good tactic, a viable tactic or not. All of this stuff is just new, so let's see. You throw the fragmentation grenade south, where you hear it explode, and the Reaper, there's a certain probability that the Reaper will come after me once I do that. Well, he doesn't come after me, so let's throw the other one as well. Okay, 2 fragmentation grenades, let's go south. Here is the Reaper, who contemplates the meaning of death. Let's see how much damage. Ooh, he has 11 of 20 health left, so half of his health is gone. Okay, we might make it. We might conceivably make it. I'm going to try and attack him. Unfortunately, I miss. The Reaper also misses me. That's good. That's good. Let's attack him again. Yeah, 5 damage, wounding the Reaper to 6 health. I get another turn. The random number generator likes me. Another 5 damage, wounding the Reaper to 1 health. Okay, kind of unfortunate. If only I hadn't rolled 1 on my damage roll, but I think we're gonna win. Okay, this is not the way to win. Come on, come on. Yes! The Reaper is dead. Okay, so as you can see, throwing grenades into adjacent rooms is a very nice new option in Kerkerkruip. It makes the game easier, because I could soften up the Reaper in a way that wasn't possible before in Kerkerkruip 8 and earlier. It also means that I now start the game with a level 2 creature. Will I put my points in body, mind or spirit? I'm going to put them into mind. Why am I going to put them into mind? Well, look here. I've got 6 points of body, 6 points of spirit, 5 points of mind. Right? There are basically 2 strategies for the faculties. One is to find out which powers you will be wanting to use during the most important fights in the game and maximize the faculty that is associated with that power. The other is to try and get them up in at equal rates, because the lowest of your 3 faculties determines the probability of getting a critical hit. So if the lowest of your 3 faculties is 5, then whenever you attack or whenever you roll faculty roll, you have a 5% chance of rolling 20. Right, so you always roll between 1 and 10, except if you have a critical, and there's 5% chance of that if your lowest faculty is 5. If your lowest faculty score is 8, it's 8%, and so on. So it can really pay off to maximize the minimum of your faculties. So let's increase mind. And let's take all those scrolls. Suspenat Lancefura Mage. So what does the Essence of Caution do? It gives you a +3 defense bonus when you're retreating, but it also gives you a permanent -1 spirit penalty. I might want to use that at a certain point, but probably not now. Okay, let's see whether we can find something useful. Ooh, Miranda is here, who's a level 1 creature. I might want to kill her now, but I might also want to wait. I think that I'm going to... I should have taken the Essence of Caution. And then now I could take all this stuff and then retreat. Yeah, I'm going to do that anyway. I'm going to take all this stuff. Oh, that's great. A runtime problem. Attempt to set a variable to the wrong kind of object. Oh. Okay. So this is one of the new things also in Kerkerkruip 9, and there's apparently some kind of bug. Well, I'll fix that. It doesn't matter, especially because because the code. Well, I mean, it seems to work normally, and Miranda is not able to disarm me. That's good, also means that she hasn't concentrated. I'm going to smell the Essence of Caution. Caution. No, caution, no. Yes. And I'll retreat. And because I have the -3 defense bonus, Miranda doesn't overcome my defense rating. Okay, she wouldn't have overcome it anyway, but still, this sounds better. What do I have? Well, actually, I can also see my inventory in on the left side of the screen, but I still type I now and then. I've got the Robe of the Dead Mage. That is actually a pretty interesting item, because what the robe does is that if I get hit in combat, I will not lose my concentration, but on the negative side, I will be dealt more damage. So if I've got 3 levels of concentration and I get hit wearing the Robe of the Dead Mage, I will get 75% extra damage, 25% for every level of concentration. But I won't lose concentration. So let's wear it. It can be, should at least be interesting. It will make me a much more, it will make me much stronger as a fighter. Let's check out the map. I'm currently in the workshop. I can go east and up here. Haven't seen that yet. Let's do so. What I'm actually hoping for is I'm hoping for the library where I could identify some of these scrolls, and I'm hoping to find out the positions of as many monsters as I can find, so I can think up a strategy based on those monsters. Here's the alchemical laboratory with a magical spade and a smoky robe. The magical spade is actually great because the magical spade is an item that allows me to dig. And there's also a curious machine, and I can put stuff in the curious machine that will turn into grenades. So let's put the scythe in the machine, which gives me a rust grenade. And let's put the smoky robe into the machine as well. And that gives me a fragmentation grenade. So that's good. The portal room. Ah, well, Malagris is standing here. I probably don't want to kill Malagris. I am going to... Okay, if I retreat now, Malagris won't attack me, because you always get a single free retreat. If you don't do anything else, or at least don't do anything that takes time, you can examine stuff and so on, but if you don't do anything that takes time, then you can retreat for free. But there are a lot of good items here, which I would like to get. So I'm going to take all, and then I'm going to retreat, and I hope that this -3 defense bonus given to me by the Essence of Caution will allow me to escape from Malagris. It might not actually, but let's take the chance. Malagris concentrates and is now mildly concentrated. Retreat. Unfortunately, it did not defend me, at least not enough, from Malagris' attack, but he only Okay, he only deals me 4 damage, that's not so bad. Unfortunately, the magical dagger saps my defensive reflexes, transferring them to Malagris. That's one of the specials of his weapon. Which means that I have -1 defense and he has +1 defense. And that is actually quite terrible. His +1 defense is bad, but the fact that I will have a permanent -1 defense for the rest of the game is even worse. Let's look at the items. I've got a Psychedelic Cloak. The Psychedelic Cloak actually, if I am using Ment, the Psychedelic Cloak will decrease the mind score of my enemies. Can be useful, but the Cloak of Reflection is probably more interesting normally, because it reflects range attacks back to the attacker 15% of the time, and I can feed it blood. It's a blood magic item. I can feed it blood to increase that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to wear that cloak, and I might feed it blood in order to strengthen it, in order to make sure it reflects range attacks more often, but only if I find out that there actually are enemies using ranged attacks in the dungeon. If there are no enemies using ranged attacks, it would be rather stupid to spend my health on feeding this cloak. So what I'm also going to do is I'm going to read the Handbook of Subtle Magics. That will identify scrolls of skill, shadow and teleportation for me. Well, apparently none of the scrolls I'm carrying is a scroll of skill, shadows or teleportation. So that was relatively unuseful. Let's check out the map. I can go up in the workshop or down in the entrance hall. Those are 2 rooms that I haven't been to yet. So let's go up here. The colonnaded ruins with the Chain Golem. The Chain Golem actually uses, he actually has a range attack. He throws his chain at you from a distance. So if I'm going to attack the Chain Golem, which I'm definitely not going to do right now, because I already have a level 2 power and he's a level 2 creature, and attacking a level 2 creature when my highest power is a level 2 power is just stupid. It will replace 1 power with another and gain me nothing. So I'm not going to attack him right now, but before I do attack him, I definitely might want to increase the power of the Cloak of Reflection. We also saw that we could go north in the room with the colonnaded ruins. So if I go down and north, then I know that there must be some kind of room up from me, right? There must be some kind of room up from me. Okay, there are actually stairs up, but if there hadn't been stairs up, I could have used the magical spade to dig towards that part of the dungeon. I see a scroll labeled Chton Mage. I now got 4 scrolls twice. That's interesting. I mean, that's actually quite good, because if you got a scroll twice, then you can spend it once to identify it, and then maybe spend it once again in order to use it for a more useful thing. I've also found a temple. I might be wanting to sacrifice powers in this temple. Here's the quartering room. What I'm not going to do is search the pile of human body parts, because there is a bug currently in this alpha version of Kerkerkruip where that would give me a fatal error and end the game. That wouldn't be too good. So I'm going to skip that. Normally searching the pile of human body parts is a good idea. We see the Minotaur, who's a level 3 creature. And we also see the Periapt of Prophecy, a large evil dagger, and the boots of the War Dance. Some of those are pretty good, especially the Periapt of Prophecy. It's one of my favorite items. I'll talk about it later. For now, I think that, you know, attacking the Minotaur might actually be a pretty good idea. I've got a level 2 power now. I could gain a level 3 power by attacking him. My plan is this. I want to attack the Minotaur. Oh no, that doesn't work with the Minotaur. I was going to say my plan is this. I'm going to kill the Minotaur until it's almost dead. Then I'm going to retreat back down to the Temple of Aita, sacrifice the power of the Reaper, and then throw a fragmentation grenade up towards the Minotaur in order to finish it off. And I would get the power of the Minotaur and have sacrificed this level 2 power, getting 2 points of piety. But that doesn't work, because if the Minotaur hits me with his big axe, we will both be teleported to his maze. I won't be able to retreat, I can't sacrifice the power of the Reaper, and so on. So instead I've got to think. I need to think. Okay, let's retreat for now and and see what else I can find. We do see that there is a room west from here, right? There's a room west from the quartering room. So I'm now going down. Well, let's go west. We know that there's a room up from here. Okay, there's also stairs up from here. The Temple of Chton. So if I want to sacrifice something, I actually have a choice. Chton is very interesting. Okay, let's do Chton. Chton is the god of death. And if I sacrifice powers to Chton, I will get the ability to turn into several different undead creatures. And then I will also be able to summon undead creatures who will follow me and so on. And getting the maximum piety for Chton, which is, well, 9 piety is the maximum where you still get an impressive new bonus, is actually, I mean, that's very cool. So maybe we should make this a try to exploit all of the power of Chton game. Let's take all this stuff. I'm definitely not going to use that Unguentum Argenti in that case, which will turn one of my weapons into silver, which is very good against undead. But if I'm going to be an undead master of hordes of undead, then that is not what I need. I will wear the diadem of the priestess, of course, because the diadem of the priestess grants me a +2 spirit bonus. Wear diadem. Oh, and why am I not wearing the soft slippers? Which are looking like cute baby blue minotaurs. Wear slippers. Those slippers will give me a bonus to hiding. Well, let's go up from here. Botmal. We've already seen Botmal in the previous game. She's a level 4 creature, and she also uses a well, what's the word? A ranged attack. So she too will be relatively easy to defeat if I feed a lot of blood to the Cloak of Reflection. So I think I have a new plan. I have a new plan. Miranda, Swarm of Daggers, Chain Golem, Botmal, Minotaur, and me. Malagris, and of course a huge shadow. Okay, I'm going to retreat from Botmal. My new idea is this. I am going to feed as much blood as possible to the Cloak of Reflection in order to become really good against Botmal. And then I'm going to try and take on Botmal with just a level 1 power. Just a level 1 power? Why a level 1 power? Well, so my plan is to feed as much blood as I can to the Cloak of Reflection, go and kill Miranda, and heal up by killing Miranda, having sacrificed the power of the Reaper to Chton, and then kill Botmal. Okay, this is a little bit complicated, but let's do it. Okay, so let's look at the map once again. Miranda is in the Room of Phantasms, which is east and down and south from here. Let's go there, but you know, let's dip into the room below the entrance hall for a moment. That's the Tungauzi Sweat Lodge with the Swarm of Daggers. I'm going to retreat from the Swarm of Daggers. I'm going to yeah, let's see. Okay, so I'm going to feed the Cloak of Reflection. As you can see, it can be fed 4 blood. You can see it here. It can be fed 4 blood. I'm going to feed the Cloak of Reflection. It increases its power. Let's examine the Cloak of Reflection. It now reflects range attacks back to the attacker 30% of the time, and that will increase by 15% if it's fed. So I'm going to feed it again. So this time it cost 8 health, increasing its power. What does it do now? Well, now it reflects them back 45% of the time and will increase by 15% if the cloak is fed. Of course, I can't feed it 12 more blood because I only got 7 health left. So now I'm going to attack Miranda with only 7 health, and obviously this means that if she gets really lucky, I have a big problem. But she probably won't get really lucky, you know. Ooh! Luckily, the Phantasmagoria shows a Drowning Knight, which startles Miranda. It means that she loses her concentration, and I had the luck that it didn't startle me. Ha! Wounding Miranda to 5 health. Miranda seeks the calm within and jumps towards me, intent on stunning. Well, she doesn't overcome my... Ooh, yeah, I've got the Robe of the Dead Mage. Actually, that would mean that she is... Ooh, she could kill me relatively easily. Okay. Okay, wounding Miranda to 3 health. Don't kill me. Good. Yes, I have killed Miranda. Of course, that means that I get the power of Miranda, which gives me 5 more health, but it also heals me back up completely. Right? So I now have 28 health. Okay, what am I going to do now? I am going to... Let's see. I could feed the Cloak of Reflection again. That would be 12 blood. If I do it again, it would be... I don't know if I can do it again. So if I do it again, feed it 12 blood, and then kill the swarm, sacrifice the power of Miranda, and then kill the swarm of daggers. Yeah, why not? Let's do that. So I'm going to the Temple of Chton. I mean, I should be able to defeat the swarm of daggers with only 16 health. That is easy. Feed Cloak of Reflection. Feed Reflection. Increasing its power. Okay, the Cloak of Reflection, you'll see, it can't be fed anymore. We've reached the maximum level of blood magic that the Cloak of Reflection can have. It will reflect range attacks back to the attacker 60% of the time. That means that if Botmal attacks me, or if the Chain Golem attacks me, they have more chance of hurting themselves than they have of hurting me. Okay, I'm also, right now, I'm in the Temple of Chton, so I'm going to sacrifice, and I'm going to sacrifice the power of Miranda. I have sacrificed the power of Miranda. That means, gives me 1 point of favor with Chton. Chton grants me knowledge of and partial protection from deathly magic. Hey, means that, as you can see, I have now identified a scroll of death in my inventory. It also means partly protection from deathly magic, means that that scroll of death will deal less damage to me. Actually, that scroll of death has just been gifted to me by Chton, but I know what it is because I've identified it. It will deal less damage to me, but it will still deal damage to me. I'm not undead, so the scroll of death, I'm not immune to it. I'm going to go to the daggers now. I want to kill them because I don't want to take on Botmal with only 16 health. I'd prefer to have the power of the daggers. Of course, the daggers are very easy. I mean, they're meant to be killed when you have no powers, and I have a level 2 power, so this should not be a problem. Just by attacking them. Right, I've got 29 health. I've got 2 points which I can spend on body, mind, or spirit. I'm going to spend them on body. It's my lowest score. It's also what Botmal power is good for. Okay, the idea is to go to Botmal, attack her until she's almost dead, then go to the Temple of Chton, sacrifice these powers, and go back to kill Botmal. Now it would be best to kill Botmal by throwing a fragmentation grenade at her, but it's hard to throw grenades up, and as you can see, the way to Botmal is up, unless I go to the quartering room where there's a Minotaur, which also isn't ideal. So what I can do is go to the Temple of Chton and then dig a tunnel south and up and then north once I want to get to Botmal, and then I'll have a way to reach Botmal that is not up and into which I can throw fragmentation grenades more easily. So that's going to be my rather subtle plan. Before I do that, I want to maximize the number of fragmentation grenades I have, so everything I don't need I'm going to throw into the Curious Machine. I'll probably be wearing the Cloak of Reflection, so let's put the Psychedelic Cloak into the machine. Well, that only gives me a smoke grenade. I'm never going to fight undead, so let's put the Argenti in the machine. That gives me a rust grenade. I've already read the subtle magic, so let's put that in the machine. Another rust grenade. This is not going the way I'd like it to go. Okay, basically all the rest is stuff I need. So I've only got 1 fragmentation grenade. I'll have to do it with that. I also got a scroll of death, which is fine, which is a nice thing to have. Let's go to the Temple of Chton and dig the tunnel I was talking about. dig south. There seems to be somewhat different stone east. Yes, there's a room east. Okay. Once I go north, Botmal's gonna be there. I might want to snort some mend just to be on the safe side. But let's go there first. Okay, so the plan is to get Botmal almost dead, retreat, sacrifice all my powers, and then finish her off. And I want to sacrifice my powers in order to maximize the amount of piety I get and the amount of powers that Chton will give me. So let's see. Attack Botmal. Okay, I actually deal deal damage to Botmal, 9 damage, wounding her to 19 health. That's good. Botmal is now quite concentrated, that's not so good. 5 damage, wounding her to 14 health. She's now maximally concentrated. That of course sucks. That's pretty terrible. Attacking her won't be the most useful thing I've ever done. So what should I do? Well, let's attack her anyway. Okay, that didn't work. I mean, it had no right to work. She casts a lightning bolt at me. Well, actually, that lightning bolt has 60% chance of hurting her. So let's just, fingers crossed, press enter. Ah, unfortunately, the Cloak of Reflection didn't work this time. I did remain concentrated. That's good. Quite concentrated. Botmal's mildly concentrated. I can hit her. Yes, I hit her, wounding Botmal to 8 health. Okay, I've got a fragmentation grenade and I've got a scroll of death. So actually, I have got, you know, basically enough to kill Botmal, and I've also got that Cloak of Reflection. So I'm just going to go for it. I think this ought to work. The Cloak of Reflection reflects the attack back to Botmal. Okay, she luckily rolls low enough not to kill herself, because that would really hurt my my strategy. Okay, let's sacrifice the power of the daggers, and let's sacrifice, you know, the power of the Reaper. Okay, Chton grants me the ability to switch between ghoul form and human form and gives me 3 more scrolls. I now have got 3 more scrolls. I've got 2 scrolls of death. Oh, did he grant me only 2 scrolls? If so, that would be a bug. Let's see whether that's true. I'm going to write that down and check whether that's a bug or not. But well, you know, I've got 3 scrolls of death. That's pretty good. I would like to have some scrolls of summoning actually. But well, anyway, this will have to do. I'm going to throw that fragmentation grenade north. That's not going to kill Botmal by itself, but it's definitely going to be fine. I'm going to turn myself into a loathsome ghoul. That makes me undead. That means I am now officially immune to scrolls of death. So now I can go north, go to Botmal, who probably doesn't like me, and read a scroll of death. Well, let's examine Botmal to see how much health she has. She has only 4 health left. This might kill her. Read death. Yes, it does kill her. Alright, so now I've got the power of Botmal. That's a level 4 creature. I've already sacrificed 4 points, 4 powers, and I can now just easily go on to kill first the Minotaur, then the Chain Golem, sacrifice their powers for 5 more levels of piety, get the maximum piety, or not strictly the maximum piety, but at least a very high level of piety, the one that gives me all the major bonuses, and become an undead god, more or less. So this is going to be fun. This really is going to be fun. Whew, let's see where we are. We are next to the power, next to where the Minotaur is, right? The quartering room. So let's go to the quartering room, kill the Minotaur, go to the Chain Golem, kill it, sacrifice everything, and take on Malagris while we are walking around with a huge army of undead. Oh, and by the way, we didn't see the library anywhere, right? The library's not here, no. So that means that, well, there's basically no way I can I can find out what those scrolls do, except by reading them. So why not read a couple of scrolls? It's a scroll of curse removal. Well, that's fine. But I don't have any cursed items. Ooh, a scroll of alteration, which makes my body become large. Okay, not a problem, but maybe I should read the other scroll of alteration as well. Oh, that turns me tiny. Okay, this wasn't exactly what I wanted. It's not a big deal. I shouldn't be using the gilded rapier now, though, because yeah, well, because it's a medium-sized weapon, and I am tiny, and that's going to give me a big penalty. Read Lancifera. Scroll of the Blade. Let's examine it. Yeah, I mean that one. Ooh, this is very good. 1d9 plus 1 damage, a +3 attack modifier. That's actually good enough that I want to use it even if I'm tiny. So let's go in and attack the Minotaur with it. Oh, it's definitely good enough to beat the Minotaur's defense, even though I'm a ghoul and feeling down. I've got a -3 weapon size penalty. You can see it right here. That's because I'm tiny and the weapon is medium. That's a difference of 2 size categories, which gives me a -3 penalty. Chton sends a wave of unholy energy through the room, dealing 3 damage to the Minotaur. That's why gods are fun. Okay, I roll 1. That's not good. Rolling 1 is, you know, seldom good. 11 damage, wounding the Minotaur to 6 health. Maybe we don't even need to go to his maze. Okay, I missed. And I missed again. Come on. Oh, 9 damage, wounding me to 24 health. I'm in the maze. Where are you? Ah, a sound comes from south of here. There's the Minotaur. I want to kill you. Oh, I missed. Don't win. Okay, the Minotaur dealt 13 damage to me. It's about to win. How much health does the Minotaur have? It's got 6 health left, so I'm going to read those Scrolls of Death, and those should finish him off. Read Death deals 4 damage. Read Death deals another 4 damage, which is lethal. Okay, I lost my 2 Scrolls of Death in the process, but I'm going to get more scrolls. So the Minotaur is dead. The Periapt of Prophet, so let's take all. The large Minotaur's axe. I assume that the why is the Minotaur mentioned in the room description there? That's a bug. Let's write that down as well. As you can see, while I'm playing the game, I'm still finding a lot of bugs, and I'll iron them out before you get to see the game. Minotaur still mentioned in room description. Everything is going according to plan. I've got the Periapt of Prophecy, which I'll wear. The Periapt of Prophecy is a lot of fun, because once you use Ment, the Periapt of Prophecy will activate, and it will show you exactly what you're gonna roll. So if you're going to roll a 4, if you attack, the Periapt of Prophecy is going to show you that before you attack. So you can decide, well, if I roll 10, I don't need to get another level of concentration. If I roll 1, oh yeah, I mean, I shouldn't attack if I roll 1, so let's wait, let's concentrate for another round, and so on. It's a very useful item. The Boots of the Wardens give you a +1 bonus to dodging, so no reason not to wear them. You will first have to take off the soft slippers. Oh yeah. The only reason not to wear them would be because I'm wearing the soft slippers, but I'm not hidden. Unfortunately, the Boots of the Wardens are actually the cursed Boots of Wandering. What does that mean? Before you can do anything, the Boots of Wandering attempt to run west. And here I am in the drawing room. Well, that's what the cursed Boots of Wandering do. Luckily, I've got a Scroll of Curse Removal. Take off boots, drop them, and let's wear the slippers again. And while we're at it, let's read the Suspenat. What would that be? Ah, it's a scroll of skill. Scroll of skill gives you a +3 bonus to body, mind and spirit for several turns. So I now know what all those scrolls do. Yeah, well, let's just go and kill the Chain Golem, shall we? Let's go and kill the Chain Golem. Yeah, if only I had been large. Why did I read that second scroll of alteration? I've got 2 large weapons. That would have been so useful. The Chain Golem, of course, is going to be super easy to defeat, except that I'm a tiny attacker, which means that I deal 2 less damage. Ah, the Cloak of Reflection reflects the attack back to the Chain Golem, who attacks himself for 9 damage. I deal 2 damage to the Chain Golem. Let's dodge. Ah, it reflects it again, wounding the Chain Golem to 1 health. I'm maximally concentrated, and now the Chain Golem is dead. Putting all my stuff into body, because I'm going to use the power of Botmal. Okay, that's good. I've killed the Chain Golem, I've killed the Minotaur, and I have promised you to then go to the Temple of Chton and sacrifice those powers in order to become an undead warlord. I do hope Chton gives me some scrolls of summoning, because without scrolls of summoning, this isn't quite as much fun. I've got 4 favor. I get a new bonus. You get interesting bonuses at 1, 3, 6, and 9 favor. So let's first see what happens if I sacrifice the power of the change, which is a level 2 power. Okay, Chton grants me the ability to switch to ghost form and gives me 3 more scrolls, 2 scrolls of death and 1 scroll of summoning. Let's read that scroll of summoning. A mummified priest. I've got a new ally, the mummified priest. So what does ghost form do? Well, let's check it out. Okay, you can't actually see that here. Let me turn into ghost form and then you will be able to see it. As a ghost, all attacks by and against me have an additional 50% chance of missing, and I get a +3 bonus to hiding. So that's, you know, that's good. Especially if I've got a bunch of allies. And I've only got 1 ally. It's actually, he hasn't granted me as many scrolls of summoning as I would have hoped. But I'm not going to let that stop me. I'm going to sacrifice the power of the Minotaur as well. This might not actually be the smartest move in the game, but it's definitely the most fun move in the game. Chton grants me the ability to switch to Lich form and gives me 3 more scrolls. One of them is a scroll of summoning, so let's read that scroll of summoning. A rotting corpse appears before me. I now have a ghost and a rotting corpse, no, not a ghost, a mummified priest and a rotting corpse. And I'm currently a ghost, but if I turn into a Lich, let me turn into a dreadful Lich. You are a Lich, even powerful undead will follow me. Okay, there are no powerful undead. You have a dreadful presence equal to the number of undead in the room. There are 3 undead in the room. I have now a dreadful presence of 3. Here, level 3 dreadful presence. That means that my enemies will sometimes cower in fear before me and not take any actions. And the bigger my dreadful presence, the well, more often that happens. And all my undead allies gain +1 bloodlust. That means that if they attack someone and hit, then their next on the next turn they get a +1 attack and +1 damage bonus. Alright, so 4 scrolls of death, scroll of the blade. Let's go to the laboratory. Turn everything I'm not going to need. Go to laboratory. Everything I don't need into grenades. Oh yeah, also, because my piety is now quite high, Chton will use his Death Wave ability more often. So the ability that, you know, he suddenly deals damage to all non-undead in the room. Curious machine. I'm going to put put evil in machine. Put axe in machine. Put rapier in machine. I'm never going to become anything else than tiny, and that means that I'm just not going to use any of those weapons. Ooh, another fragmentation, a flash grenade. I don't have anything that will make me hidden, so there's really no use of the slippers for me. Put slippers in machine. Another fragmentation grenade. Blade skill, you know, I might want to use that magical spade. I can't think of any reason to use the spade again. Put spade in machine. Okay. I've got flash grenades, fragmentation grenades, and so on. Where's Malagris? Malagris is south of here. Malagris is in the portal room. Where do I want Malagris? Is there a certain room in which I would prefer him to be? Well, I guess that the portal room is as good a room as any. So, yeah, I guess the portal room is as good a room as any. But I'm going to throw a flash grenade there first. Throw flash south. Because with a flash grenade, Malagris is going to be blinded. I'm going to throw a rust grenade south, because that will probably ensure that his... oh, it is thrown back towards me. Okay, that's not that great. Let's throw another rust grenade south. Or let's throw... yeah, well, let's do that. Let's just go south. Let's go south. We go south. Here we are. The rotting corpse and Malagris... and the mummified priests are all here. I'm going to use the Brambles ability, which is Botmal's power. Malagris easily dodges the attacks of all my my undead allies. That's of course less good. I've done the Brambles. I'm going to snort Ment. Malagris lunges towards me. He has 2 levels of concentration. So let's read the Scroll of Death. That deals 4 damage to Malagris, which breaks his concentration, and he doesn't overcome my defense rating. Okay, the rust spores are now rusting everything, which is not good. As you can see, if I choose to attack now, my performance will be strong. That's what the Periapt of Prophecy is telling me. Okay, so strong. I roll 8. That's indeed quite good. I beat Malefic's defense rating. The Brambles go Thriny Taunts. The rusted dagger is cursed by the mummified priest. Malagris suddenly teleports away. That's not as good. That's not exactly what I wanted. Oh, I forgot to take the stuff off. Okay, let's sense where Malagris is. North. Ah, your arrival interrupts an intricate summoning ritual that Malagris was attempting to perform. That's good to know. That means he failed to... If you choose to attack, your performance will be heroic. That means that I will roll 20, so let's do it. My performance will be average. That's not good. My performance will be heroic. That is good. Meanwhile, Malagris, the Brambles grow thorns. The mummified priest doesn't overcome Malagris' defense rating. Well, Malagris does wound the mummified priest, but I'm going to deal another 2 damage to Malagris, loses concentration, the thorns grow. Malagris cowers before my dreadful presence. That's good. Meanwhile, Malagris keeps on. If I choose to attack, my performance will be heroic. Let's do so. 7 damage, wounding Malagris to 24 health. I've still got 3 scrolls of death, so this is going quite fine. Buzzing fruit appear all over the Brambles. That's also... really quite okay. My performance will be average. Rusted fruit appear all over the Brambles. Malagris unfortunately killed the mummified priest. My performance will be strong. Let's do it. Another 4 damage. The rush given by Ment falls away and Malagris can see again. Okay. Malagris still has how much health left? 20 health left. Okay, 20 health left. What am I going to do? I'm going to... Well, I need... Ah! Malagris suddenly teleports away. Okay, where is he? The shortest route towards Malagris lies down. Let's check out the map. Okay, there's only one room down from here. The Tungauzi Sweat Lodge. So Malagris must be there. And I'm going to I'm going to throw some grenades in there. He is summoning a demon, but it will take him several turns to actually do so. So I'm going to blind him again. Okay, the explosion does seem to be very feeble. That means that it was rusted. Let's do it again. Where you hear it explode, that's good. Let's throw a fragmentation grenade down as well. Bum. Okay, the demonic assassin arrives from below. Well, let's just kill the... it cowers before my dreadful presence. Chton sends unholy energy. I fail to overcome the assassin's defense rating. You are now maximally concentrated. The assassin fails to hit me. I do 6 damage to the demonic assassin. It cowers before my dreadful presence. Ah! And the rotting corpse, well, you know, he manages to kill the demonic assassin, which means that I have the return to serve achievement. What does that mean? Well, you know, I return to serve achievement, which I have just received. Have an undead creature that is allied to you. Kill someone. Well, that's good. Okay, I was throwing grenades down because Malagris was there, where you hear it explode. Let's throw another fragmentation grenade down. Why not? Where you hear it explode. Malagris, well, and let's throw another flash just because I can. Okay, where you hear it explode. Let's go down. Well, let's snort mend. And let's go down. Malagris, perhaps the greatest of all living sorcerers, is standing here. He only has 12 of 44 health left. This is not going to be too hard. Chton suddenly sends a wave of unholy energy, dealing 6 damage to Malagris. You are oh, Malagris concentrated and is now maximally concentrated. He lunges towards me, but he hasn't thought of the fact that I will just read this scroll of death. Bam! 4 damage. He wounds me for 1 health, 1 damage. I remain concentrated, and Chton once again sends a wave of unholy energy through the room, killing Malagris. Well, that was it. I've defeated Malagris using the powers of Chton, which is a completely new addition to Kerkerkruip 9. I hope you think it's a fun addition. Normally, I think that on average you'd probably get a few more scrolls of summoning and be able to lead a group of 3, 4 undead rather than 2, which in my opinion is even more fun. But I think that this still was pretty good. So Malagris is dead. I won on what was, I think, adept difficulty. So next game, let's see each other on expert difficulty. Goodbye.